reflection video on our drive home. So we got about 6 hours ahead of us. And other than that, we're done basically with the trip. So, I've got some data for the numbers people out there. 50 states, 20 days. We went to 2 state capitol buildings, 7 flights, 25 hours on a plane, 5 rental cars, over 7,000 miles drove, and like 6,500 of them in one of them. 11 Ubers, 11 hotels, 1 real train ride, 2 family gatherings, 1 night on a bus, 5 Airbnbs, 3 Buc-ee's, 1 night in the woods, 3 national parks, 4 national monuments. We saw 1 sea turtle while snorkeling. We were the cause of 2 roadkill animals. That was rough. 17 Tesla Cybertrucks. Too many earrings to count, but probably less than 50. And all 50 like the state shaped magnets. Plus DC. Which is going to be really fun. Putting all together on our fridge to make this little funky looking map of the United States, which is really super exciting. But yeah, so let's see. Favorite states? I think that's easy. I think we both
said Alaska.
Yeah, we both said Alaska. It was just beautiful, and I think it's just a little biased. I think it's more our style. I think it's more meant for us, and I think for a lot of the other states, like, we just went places and did things that we wouldn't normally do, I think.
Or went to less, I don't know, impressive
Right.
places.
Yeah, we really liked Alaska a lot. Least favorite state, no harm. No judgment.
Sure, there are beautiful parts of these states.
Right. We
just
just didn't see them based on what we experienced. What do you think yours is?
Mine is Connecticut because of the horrible traffic, and all I saw were buildings.
Yeah, that was the 3 hours of standstill traffic thing.
It was bad.
I'd say New Jersey. I also was not impressed with their driving, which I know Jersey sliding goes around, but they just like, I don't know, people just seemed to be all over the place and didn't know what they're doing, and there weren't a lot of signs, and just
And the rest stops were very funny. Like, they were
Oh my
open
gosh.
like 6 hours a day, and then they were just porta
yeah,
potties.
they're
and
open
toilets.
from like a ridiculous amount. They close at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then you can't even get inside the building to go to the bathroom. It's just a porta potty in the parking lot. There's nothing to see. We've seen a couple really cool visitor centers. A lot of them are just, nice. It's a building with some bathrooms, and then
Some maps or info
yeah, the
flyers.
maps and the pamphlets and everything. But there's been a few that have been like, Ohio was really nice, I think. Or not Ohio. Oklahoma. Oklahoma was really nice. South Dakota, super cool. So yeah, there's been a handful of those. Best meals. I think this is also for both of us. What do you think yours is?
Vermont was epic.
Yeah, Vermont was really good. Vermont was fun. Hanging out with Uncle Joe. He took us out. He didn't get to come to our wedding, so we had like a celebration dinner, and we just went all out and shared a whole bunch of food. Oh my gosh, that meal alone caused me to no longer fit in my pants. That was really fun, and oh my gosh, it was all so good. That was in Vermont. And then
The other competitor was the Hawaii feast thing.
yeah, we shared a very large traditional Hawaiian meal that came with like 8 different side things, and they were all super interesting to try, and they were amazing. It only lost a point or 2 on my end, which was totally my fault, but we ate right before going on our snorkeling adventure, and quite unfortunately the boat ride to the snorkeling destination was rough, and I puked, so seaweed twice is just not good. Favorite rental car by far the second one that we had. It was our first time with the National Company. Love them. We're with them right now. And they have just been really easy, and it just makes sense. And it was also the best car. I loved that car. I don't know what it was, but it had like, I don't know how to describe it, handles on the steering wheel. It was really, really nice and felt good, and the car just was really comfy. We've had some weird ones since. Unfortunately, we had a lot of like problems with the one that we were in the longest, with just like how it felt to physically sit in the car, which was quite unfortunate for the long drives, but we got through it. Best driving.
Okay, that last car though, it had like 38 miles per gallon. The one we had.
Yeah, that's true. That was a huge bonus.
So
that
I'm not complaining.
That was the pro. That was the pro of the cars that we did not. I was gonna try to keep track of how many gas stations and how much money and the prices and everything. Could not tell you. It was a lot. It was all the time. But it wasn't as much as it could have
I
been.
thought it was gonna be worse.
Yes, and same with the prices. I mean, they were not all great, but given the time frame that we're in right now, we definitely thought it was going to be worse. Most expensive gas price we saw was in Alaska, and it was like $6, six something, like $6.38 or something. So you know, those prices are out there. And then we did see a good handful of signs for like $5.30, and we had to get a couple of those, which was nice. But yeah, otherwise it was like fairly normal high. Yeah, about $4.
What you mean? It's not
Again,
normal and
not good, not great.
It still feels.
But right now, it could have been worse. Best driving. In what state?
I mean, I think the Colorado stretch from Grand Junction to Denver on the interstate there over the mountain pass was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cool to see. My favorite was driving through Washington. I really liked their roads. They were nice and open. There was a lot of, it was very interesting. Like, you'd kind of go up and down a little bit and kind of go side to side, but it wasn't like our mountain drives that were physically brutal to your brain.
Oh, yeah, the worst drive is definitely the West Virginia stretch from Pikeville to Beckley.
Yeah, that, my
Just,
stomach
drifting
still hurts from that.
Brake gas. It was crazy.
Yeah, and isn't that funny? That was our worst drive, and we survived driving through Atlanta to the airport. Washington D.C. was nuts when we were there. Drove to New York. It was still out of the city, and then downtown Chicago to the airport. And yet, the worst drive was the mountain drive at night.
Yeah.
So there you go. There's a little perspective.
But I mean, I would prefer the mountain drives compared to the city driving. I think you probably disagree.
I would prefer the mountain drives in the daytime.
Sure. Makes sense.
But the city driving actually wasn't that bad. Really, the worst problem, which I'm sure everybody agrees, are just the people who make very selfish decisions while on the road.
Anyway.
So, yeah. But yeah, my favorite was driving in Washington. Yeah. Just had a good time. It was a lot of fun, and now we're gonna go sleep for like, 2 days. Wish. Yeah, I don't know. Anything else? I can't think of anything. We did at the Fargo, North Dakota Welcome Center. They did have an official North Dakota shaped magnet that we did get, and it was really cute because the girl who checked us out, she said that her middle school art teacher made them, Miss Ginny, and she thought that it was really sweet that we liked the magnet thing and we were collecting magnets, and she said that was really cool. So that was fun. That was a huge highlight, and kind of a surprise on the trip was just how many places we went to that had like local artisans and art stores and shops from handmade gifts. That was the best. That was really cool, and I didn't really anticipate that. I thought it was going to be super touristy, but we weren't in a ton of big tourist destinations. should have gathered that from some of our Airbnbs. Yeah. No. He's got these 3 hours. I got the last. And that's it.
On the way home.
Back home to Wisconsin. Now, grab the dogs.